Have you ever felt like you need a secret decoder ring just to figure out your Aquarius crush? Especially around the new year when everything just feels a little more intense? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to use the power of numerology to finally understand what is going on in their head. So if you've been staring at your phone, rereading texts from New Year's Eve, and just trying to figure out that sudden shift from them being super into it to suddenly distant, trust me, you are not alone. And guess what? It is not as random as it seems. We're about to connect the dots and show you the pattern behind this whole puzzle. So how are we going to do this? With a really cool tool called numerology. The basic idea is simple. Every single day has its own unique energy, its own vibe based on its date. And when we understand that vibe, we can start to understand the invisible forces that are influencing how they're acting. All right, let's start with New Year's Eve. To figure out its energetic signature, we just have to break down the date into its core numbers. It's actually just some simple addition, and it all starts with the day itself. First up is the day, the number 31. We just break that down into 3 plus 1, which gives us the number 4. Simple enough, right? Let's just hold on to that number for a second. Next, we do the same thing for the month. December is the 12th month, so we take 1 plus 2, and that gives us 3. Okay, so now our little energy signature is starting to take shape. We've got a 4 and a 3. And finally, the year, 2025. We add up those digits, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, and that gives us the number 9. Okay, now we have all the pieces we need. So let's put it all together. We've got the 4 for the day, the 3 for the month, and the 9 for the year. That adds up to 16. Now, in numerology, we always boil it down to a single digit, so 1 plus 6 equals 7. And this right here, this is the key. December 31st vibrates with the energy of the number 7. And what is 7? It's all about deep thought, analysis, and quiet evaluation. It's not a social number at all, it's a very internal one. Now, here's where it gets really fascinating. The dramatic shift that happens just 24 hours later. For January 1st, 2026, we've got 1 for the day, 1 for the month, and for the year, 2026 adds up to a 1. That gives us a total vibration of 3. And 3 is the complete opposite of 7. It's all about communication, creativity, and social energy. And this is what I like to call energy whiplash. You go from a 7-day, which is all about being quiet and in your head, to a 3-day, which is all about being social and talkative. This huge shift is the secret to understanding everything about their behavior. Let's break down how this actually plays out. Okay, so on New Year's Eve, your Aquarius crush is completely absorbed in that thoughtful, introspective 7 energy. They are not ignoring you, they are deep, deep in thought. So what's really going on in their head? Well, it's something like this. See, they aren't getting swept up in the emotion of the moment, they're analyzing. They're trying to logically solve the puzzle of where you fit into their life. For an Aquarius, it's a mental exercise, not an emotional one. So, if they seemed distant, it's because they were literally doing all of this, reflecting, observing you from afar, and just processing everything. And here's the most important thing to get. Their silence is a sign of consideration, not a sign of rejection. They're taking you seriously. But then, the clock strikes midnight, the calendar flips, and bam, we slam right into that expressive 3 energy. That social urge starts to take over, and all that internal thinking starts looking for a way to come out. This is when you're going to see that little spark of connection. Now, it might not be some huge, grand gesture. Instead, look for these small but really significant signs. A text message, them responding way faster than they did the day before, or maybe sending a funny meme they know you'll like. These are all signals that their internal processing is finished, and now they're ready to connect. Now, hold on. Don't expect a sudden, passionate declaration of love. An Aquarius shows affection in a very specific way. It's light, it's smooth, and it's warm. A message just like this one is their way of reaching out, showing you they were thinking about you, but without any of that heavy emotional pressure. And you can literally see the shift right here. The chances of hearing from them jump up significantly from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. It's a perfect reflection of that energy changing from the 7 of thinking to the 3 of talking. Okay, so now you get the why behind their hot and cold behavior. Let's talk about your strategy. How should you react to all this? Here is your official playbook for connecting with them. The most important thing is to match their energy. Keep it fun, keep it casual. Whatever you do, avoid those heavy "what are we" conversations because that will just make them retreat right back into their shell. Aquarians value freedom more than anything, So give them space, and always remember, with them, the strongest romance is always built on a solid foundation of friendship first. All right, let's pull all of this together into one final crystal clear insight for you. So here's the secret we've decoded. Yes, they are interested in you, but they process that interest logically, not emotionally. New Year's Eve was for thinking, New Year's Day is for talking. The real key to unlocking their heart is patience and a total lack of pressure. They will open up, but it absolutely has to be on their own terms. And I just want to leave you with this beautiful thought. You can't force the sky to open, and you definitely can't force an Aquarius's heart. But if you give it the space and the time it needs, it will reveal its own kind of magic. So, knowing all this, what's one small, friendly step you can take right now to show them you get their world a little bit better?